Global energy markets are on edge. Following escalating military tensions involving Iran, the United States, and Israel, several oil and gas facilities across the Gulf have been damaged or forced to suspend operations. Prices of crude oil and natural gas have surged in response. Iran denies deliberately targeting energy infrastructure. However, Gulf governments report that drone and missile strikes have hit multiple industrial sites. So, which facilities have been affected? Let's start with Saudi Aramco's Ras Tanura refinery in Saudi Arabia, one of the largest refining complexes in the world. Debris from intercepted drones caused a fire that temporarily halted operations. A second attempted strike was later intercepted. Ras Tanura is a critical hub in global oil supply, given Saudi Arabia's role as a top exporter. In Qatar, the impact has been even more significant. Drones targeted facilities at Ras Laffan Industrial City, home to QatarEnergy, the world's largest exporter of liquefied natural gas or LNG. While there were no casualties, production was suspended at affected sites. Qatar's LNG shipments, heavily relied upon by Asian economies, have been disrupted, pushing gas prices to a 3-year high. Another Qatari site, Mesaieed Industrial City, was also targeted. A drone strike hit a water tank linked to a power facility. Additionally, production of downstream products such as urea and methanol was halted as a precaution. The United Arab Emirates has seen fires at 2 key oil terminals, Mussafah in Abu Dhabi and Fujairah on the country's eastern coast. Both incidents were linked to drone strikes or falling debris from interceptions. No injuries were reported, but the symbolism is significant. Fujairah sits outside the Strait of Hormuz and is considered a strategic alternative export route. Speaking of Hormuz, that narrow waterway remains the biggest concern. An oil tanker, the Athe Nova, was struck by drones while transiting the strait. It caught fire but managed to exit into the Gulf of Oman. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps claimed responsibility, calling the vessel an ally of the United States. Tehran also announced the strait's closure, warning ships against passage, though enforcement remains uncertain. In Oman, drones struck fuel storage tanks at the ports of Duqm and Salalah, causing explosions and further disrupting maritime logistics. Beyond direct hits, several facilities have shut down preemptively. Israeli offshore gas fields Leviathan and Tamar were suspended. Oil producers in Iraqi Kurdistan halted output. Even Iraq's massive Rumaila oil field paused operations due to security concerns. The Gulf accounts for a substantial share of global oil and gas production. Any prolonged disruption, especially around Hormuz, risks serious consequences for global supply chains and energy prices. For now, markets remain volatile, and the key question is whether these strikes mark isolated incidents or the beginning of sustained energy warfare in the region. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.